So something went horribly wrong there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I just got an error message popped up. The game didn't quit or anything like that, just the stream stopped. So it seems to have been a Sony problem rather than a YouTube problem though, because that was definitely a PlayStation error message. Never mind, game stayed running, so a few moments late than planned. We'll get underway anyway. And let's just get everything up and running. Safety's on. And hopefully that's not going to give us any more problems with the stream tonight. Not sure what happened there, but all good now it seems. So quite a long train this, but quite a big train rather. It picks up speed quite quickly with the two locomotives at the head end. Technical difficulties apparently also extends to PlayStation Network tonight, not just the scenario. So we'll be leaving Hagen Yard via the Hagen avoiding line, the northern of the two lines, which climbs out over the station, crosses the main lines, and then drops us back down onto the main line to Wuppertal. We're just acknowledging the distance signal there. Cheating a little bit and using my keyboard to flick between the mounted cameras. Hagen station over on our right there. So that line over to our left there, that's the southernmost of the avoiding lines. That's the one I did in a video the other week, or the other day, sorry, where I had to stop and then contact the signaller at the end of the line before crossing over the main lines. Usually used for inbound traffic, I think. Just acknowledging the Siva there again. Evening out the catenary because the camera tends to go crazy when it hits it. So down there is the other way out. Sometimes go down.
Siva.
The passenger lines are below us now.
Zugbeeinflussung.
So just monitor the speed on the way down the hill. And we can cross the junction ahead at 50 kilometres an hour. And then, as always, just allow the length of the train to come off the junction before filing it on. Ready with your AFB. And just acknowledge the SIFA again. Hey Stephen, welcome mate, good to see you. We've just got underway after a bit of technical difficulty with the stream. So being in mode N, we can ramp it all the way up to 120 now. Yeah, the stream cut out, not the game though. The game stayed stable. Some point up here I'm expecting an event. Usually happen by now rather worryingly. Hey Cloydrix, welcome, good to see you mate. Ah, there we go. A fault has developed with the pantograph, so first off, brakes, 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 get everything shut down. So first thing we do is try and raise the pantograph again. And miraculously the fault has corrected itself. Now getting moving again is a little bit easier said than done. Your invisible second man has whacked the emergency button to begin with. So you need to make sure that's released. I find that recycling the master switch here helps. I find it sometimes doesn't come straight back up again. So raise the pantograph. You'll see that the whole thing engages again. If you forget to release the emergency button, this will not work, and you'll be sitting here cursing and swearing at the thing like I was the first time. So close the MCB. And we'll get underway again very shortly. Now, because we recycled the master switch, the PZB will go into self-test mode when we start up. So it will be 45 kilometers per hour to begin with. And it takes just a few moments for the brakes to release the length of the train, so don't give it too much power to begin with. We just really need enough to hold the gates rolling back when the brakes come off. Fishing the Barents Sea. I don't know what that is. That sounds like something to do with their other simulator, maybe? So we're underway again and carry on as we were. However, what's going to happen now is we're going to stable the locomotive which developed the fault at Langerfeld Freight Yard. And then we'll move on a little bit to a siding where we'll be held until there's a suitable gap in the traffic for us to rejoin again.
Sifa zug Beeinflussung.
It takes a little while to get going as well because the last signal was green, so we can just release that a little bit of a while rather to get up to full whack again, just because we're on an uphill.
Sifa.
Commercial fishing sim. So that's going to be like, I'm assuming commercial fishing sim is in driving trawlers and not like sitting beside the pond throwing a bit of string in it.
Sifa Beeinflussung.
Barents Sea and trawlers, good lord. I feel that Dovetail kind of opened a floodgate with this game. Trawler simulator on a PlayStation, man. I would never have guessed that. A couple of years ago I would have laughed at you for that.
Sifa.
Might just keep an eye on that one though, because I've been surprised by Bus Simulator surprised me, so that might surprise me as well. Yeah, I've got a mate who'll probably buy that just because it's got simulator stuck on the end of it, so I'm sure I'll find out how good it is before committing my own cash to it. But, aye. Something different to keep an eye on. Now, if somebody would remake Silent Hunter 3, that would be awesome. That would probably be my favourite naval simulator that I've ever played. Especially if you were able to hunt down the wolf pack, was it called? There was a big player-made mod for it that totally changed the whole game. It was awesome. Wolves of the Deep or something. I forget what the mod was called. We'll need to dig out the old hard drive that's got it on. Company Missed Games. Yeah, I'm going to have a look at that once we're done here. You've piqued my interest with that one. Anything different tends to catch my eye. Oh, I don't know why you can't post the link of... I don't know if that's a default set and I have to allow them or something. To be honest, I've never really tinkered much with the settings on YouTube. Okay, signal ahead, so we'll get a bit of braking. So modem, and we made it in plenty of time. Overshot slightly. I think again it's a case of the brake mechanisms and the timers are kind of geared towards a 40 kilometre speed when you do that heavy braking. Yeah, I remember briefly seeing that U-boat thing on PSN, and I think I came to the same conclusion as you, Floyd. It was problem is when your last U-boat game was Silent Hunter 3 fully modded, it's going to take a lot to pass that. My granddad is actually a trawler captain. I'd be quite interested to see that. So we're leaving the main passenger line, and this line takes us through Langerfeld Yard. This is where all the freight trains come down anyway, I think. Sort of a through line here on the left, and we'll divert off into the sidings. speed up a little bit there, I guess, but not a huge amount of point when we're going straight back into a 60 kilometre an hour zone up ahead. Since 2013 they've worked on it, blimey. Right, Railfan246, welcome, thank you mate, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I don't always see messages straight away. I've got the chat on a little screen next to the big screen where the trains are. So if I don't notice something straight away, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just trying not to screw up my driving. Should be able to see the big crane at Langerfeld coming into view very shortly. It is actually moving when we pull in. I stood and watched it for a few minutes earlier and it just seemed to move the crane along a parked set of wagons without actually doing anything else. Maybe if you stand there long enough it does stuff. But I figured by that point it'd been I'd caused enough delays on the line already. So squeeze through the gap into the yard. Just remember to acknowledge as you go in. There is a 500 hertz magnet in our not so distant future, so I'm just going to reduce now. Pump it up. Quite a lot of stuff in here actually. It feels quite a busy little yard. There's the big heavy crane. Like I said, as far as I can see, it just goes back and forward from one platform to another. Think about getting slowed down here. keep rolling forward a little. Hey Spurs Reading, good to see you, mate. Very well, thank you. Hope you are as well. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Hope you're all enjoying your weekends. We'll just get the train stopped there. And we'll just check everything's off. Turn the AFB off at this point. So we're going to hop out and just uncouple the leading locomotive. Going to pop the parking brake on that one. Doesn't actually tell you you have to do that, but seems like a sensible thing to do for the moment. So what we'll be doing now is taking it just up beyond the junction ahead and then turning around and popping it into a siding. First time I did this, I forgot to close the throttle again with the AFB turned off. You have to be careful here because this is a really steep downhill that we're going to be stopping on and turning around on. I don't know why it makes us go quite so far down. I think Matt Pedalson just was a bit evil and wanted to give us a hill start. So, having stopped, let's just shut this end of the cab down. So, that shouldn't happen. Ah, it's in reverse, it's not in neutral. If the master switch is in neutral, you should be able to release the brake lever and nothing happens, it won't roll away from you. Got turned off, turned everything off on the back wall. It's fine. Not going to bother turning any of the other stuff on. There really is no need. Not going to bother with the AFB either because we're only just going round the corner. So we have a red signal, but the two little white lights just below it there, exactly the same as if you see that on a British line. It's telling you the main line's closed, but you can pass to go into the sidings ahead. Does not need the Bethel 40 button either, I don't think, if you did turn the PZB on. Barely worth it for this though. I think we're still technically inside the yard, and I'm not sure that PZB is a requirement for yard work. As always though, if anybody has information to the contrary, do let me know. Always glad to stand corrected. Oh, there we go, let's have that one, that's fine. Okay, so it doesn't actually tell you that you have to shut the cab down completely at this point. Lowering that switch doesn't actually lower the pantograph anyway. It stays up. The only way I've found to do it is to hit the pantograph emergency button and you'll see it goes down. And it should stay down once you release that button. And we'll just remember, I should have really done that beforehand, but not to worry. So everything should more or less, let's just remember to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ta-da! Your screens have all gone blank. So back to the train. Go and have a quick look at the crane. I don't think I'm under any kind of time limit here. I don't know if it's actually doing anything at the moment. Oh, right, okay, it's very, very slowly moving from right to left. Very slowly moving from right to left, and it's not lined up with the train, so I don't know that it's going to do much other than... Oh, hello, ladder, I wonder. Aww. Let's just take a shortcut across the train there. Yeah, I don't think that's actually going to do any up and down stuff. I think it's just going back and forwards. Right. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to go another couple of kilometres down the line to another set of sidings next to Wuppertal Obermann. And presumably there we will sit until we would be given another slot to get out onto the line. Why did that go out? Ah, it's blinking, that's why. Release the parking brake. And close the main circuit breaker. Everything else is already set for you pretty much. You just need to remember to turn the master light switch on. We've already let the handbrake off. Now we're a locomotive down.
AFB, AFB, AFB.
We'll flick the PZB into mode U and run at a reduced speed with the single locomotive. Again, it doesn't explicitly tell me anywhere that that's what I need to do. I'm kind of second guessing. Now, while SIFA doesn't always play nice with an end change, it works perfectly fine with a complete change of train. Do a quick brake test and set the AFB. And brakes out, power on. And it'll be a little bit more sluggish getting away, but it will get away. Again, we just need to wait a wee moment for the brakes to release down the length of the train. And PZB goes into self-test mode because we're starting from a dead stop. Having not had it running on this cab yet. And the signal's telling us to proceed at reduced speed. Don't expect a 500 Hertz, so we'll run it up to 40. Should be okay. It should hold the hill, the speed okay on the hill going down.
SIFA Zugbeeinflussung.
And yes, it seems to be alright. We're not going very far anyway, we're just going beyond the next station here.
Zugbeeinflussung.
And we're back on a level piece of track. I'm just bringing the speed down to 30 because caution signal means that there will be a 500 Hertz magnet ahead, so we're just getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Or rather, it means there is a chance that we will run into a 500 Hertz. Across the main line here.
SIFA Zugbeeinflussung.
That diamond sign on the right there telling you that if you go straight ahead, there's no catenary on that line. Not sure if it applies to both those sidings or what. Can't really. There is a cable over there, so I think it might refer to that siding in the middle.
SIFA Zugbeeinflussung.
So we're going to be stopping just short of the reds up ahead. As I say, I suspect we would just wait here until they found a suitable slot to pop a reduced speed train out onto the line again.
SIFA.
last 100 metres we'll just use AFB to lead off a bit more speed. You can see it struggles a bit with just one locomotive, so we'll give it a bit of help with the brakes. And remember, close your throttle properly, so if you need a bit more power you can pop it back in. And that is the end of that. So that was technical difficulties, including my very own technical difficulty at the very beginning, but never mind, we got by that without too many more problems. And then let's have a wee look. So yeah, did alright I suppose. I always feel that there was, you know, it's not like a passenger station. Your stopping distances I don't think are really that crucial, you know. Dump it in that side in there, mate. I don't know if anybody's actually standing next to you with a meter stick making sure you stop bang on the mark, certainly unless there's any sort of special loading or unloading facility going on. But right, we'll quit out with that one. And back to the main menu, I think. It's not Ruhr-Rhein I want to do next, because I haven't tried that one off stream yet. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's never try it for the first time live. So, scenarios, freight diversion. So, this time we are heading towards Hagen. I think this is a sort of a late in the afternoon one. And again, something a little out of the ordinary happens here. This is the one time that you'll take a freight train down the S-Bahn tracks. It's kind of cool. Yes, the Black Freighter, owned by a private company, I think. My understanding is on the German railway there are quite a few private operators who do sort of ad hoc freight loads. Okay, so for some reason starts us on the platform rather than in the train. It's an intermodal, so cool. It's an intermodal with 2 locomotives, so I'll probably run it in mode M. Should be okay. So when we start this one, it's more or less all set up for us. Don't want the cab light on. Need the instrument lights on. Why is the cab... Oh, this is the one where the cab light stays inexplicably on for some reason. I wonder if that... Yeah, I can't get the cab light to go off for some reason. I'm totally confused with what I was doing now. Right.
AFB, AFB, AFB.
And we'll just leave it in mode M. With CIFA on, PCB on, check the headlight settings, parking brakes off. All right. So this is a train that's come out one of the freight yards, probably Langerfeld actually. Let me just get the thing up running so I can see a signal before I clear PZB. Need to know I'm not going to run into another magnet before I clear it. Should be alright. Yeah, let's live dangerously. So that's the entrance that we took into the freight yard. So yeah, this must have come from Hagen. That's the entry line to Langerfeld down there, I think. So a report has come in of a line-side fire near Hagen. As a result, we're diverting all eastbound trains via the Gevelsberg line into Hagen, which is the S-Bahn line. I left my throttle wide open there, so I've got no power. It's a safety debris, you have to close the throttle to reset it. Sounds like the crinkle of a packet of ready rub. Okay. I'm kind of guessing at what ready rub is, but I shan't say because this is a polite screen. Ha! Except when I'm swearing my head off. Close, gold leaf. Not that I'm condoning smoking kiddies, bad habit. Stunt your growth. So we're heading off down into the tunnel. PZB is no longer a factor, so we can pick it up a little bit. As I say, this is the one time that you'll bring a freight train down this line in either direction. Yeah, it's a very varied route. The freight trains often routes you through the lines for Langerfeld. The passenger expresses, if you've got main Spessart or anything else, I think you need main Spessart to access them, or the 146s, the 145 or the 146, whatever the one we got the Ruhr ignored was. If you've got the passenger express trains available, they take a slightly different route as well along the main line. And then of course you have this, the S-Bahn section. So it's as I said it before, it's a shorter route, but in terms of the total amount of track mileage you get, it's probably about the same length as main Spessart Bahn. What I can't remember is if it throws any signals or stuff at us down here. I think they are not. Yeah, these floor signals here have caught me once or twice on an S-Bahn train. Hey Neil Gunlock, welcome. Thank you very much. Yeah, try to keep it fairly chilled and relaxed. It's only very occasionally I get frustrated and start swearing at the thing. And it's usually because I haven't read something properly. So I think the fastest we'll do on the S-Bahn is about 100 kilometres an hour. We won't be going up to full speed, I don't think. Awfully concerned for a moment because I could see two reds and I couldn't see the green until I saw it peeking through the leaves under the tree there. Yeah, cue the flashing red S. I thought I was about to get the flashing red S there, but apparently not. Out for a little. Yeah, very cool. A lot of attention to detail trackside along here. In fact, you don't see a lot of it from down in the cab. I think I've said it before, I don't see a lot of the scenery that they put all this hard work into, because my preference is to drive from the cab of the train rather than the outside cameras, more so when I've got these P&Z for running. Line delays and slow movements at right, so that's probably warning me there's a signal coming up. Should probably pay a bit of attention here. As we approach Hagen, I do want to keep an eye out on what's the word I'm looking for, the map out to the right of the line. never always sure whether it's a yellow light or just the light coming through the leaves of the trees that I'm seeing up ahead. Possibly time for another visit to Specsavers. Everything's being sent down this line at the moment. There's an empty intermodal, presumably heading for line in the field. Fair distance to the next signal. So we look outside. Nothing to see yet. We've been CFA'd. CFA's okay. I just didn't see the light going off. As soon as you acknowledge it, just close the throttle, open it up again, and you're back in charge. All that happened there was sometimes the audio warning doesn't play when you're on the external camera. And if you're not looking out for the little yellow light, or you don't notice it come on, it'll start to slow you down. Right, so there's no PZB guard in that one. Distant up ahead attached to the main that I want to keep an eye from. Still nothing to see here. Hey Samson, yep, just playing about with the couple of scenarios on Ruhr-Rhein, Osten. I can't even remember what it's called. Osten, yeah. So all greens ahead. Kind of watching that little yellow light like a hawk now. Bloody CFA'd again. Took my eyes off it for a moment. That's when it chose to come on. We'll wind it back to 65 anyway. So over there, that big pall of smoke in the distance, that's the reason for the diversion. It's kind of cool, you can actually see it from quite far away. See what happens to the frame rate as we get closer to it. Oh. Yeah, could hear sirens going past somewhere on the road underneath, I think. Oh, there we go. I have no idea what the speed limit I just passed was. Presume that was for a 70, so we should be okay. passenger lines over there somewhere, I think.
Zugbeeinflussung.
You can hear more sirens and stuff, that's cool.
Zugbeeinflussung.
See if we can see over our shoulders there. It's kind of promising for anybody. Yeah, too busy looking at the. Oh God, now I've got myself all confused.
Zwangsbremsung. Zwangsbremsung. Zwangsbremsung.
Too busy looking at the fire.
Zwangsbremsung. Zwangsbremsung. Zwangsbremsung.
So once we're stopped, we can just release it. Just give it a couple of seconds, make sure your throttle's off. Release the brakes. And we can get underway again. Now, because we've come to a dead halt under a 500 Hz magnet, the speed limit is going to be 25 kilometers an hour once we get underway. So, come on, brakes. It's fine. I've gone past that last signal. Must have had a speed reduction thingamadoodad below it that I've not realised was there. Because there was a white one above that one, and there was a yellow one theoretically below the last one, and if I didn't acknowledge it, then we get a stop. However, it's all good, because I was kind of too busy looking over my shoulder at the fire. It was almost inevitable that was going to happen. You can still see it from a fair distance away, but yeah, as I was saying before, got rudely interrupted by Schwamschwarung guy there. It's quite promising for folk waiting on steam engines coming, I think, to see the fire effects and stuff working like that. I hadn't even thought of that until somebody pointed it out at me the other day. I think it was you, Stephen, who suggested that might be a bit of a tester for smoke and steam effects, fire effects and things. Because you can't have a steam locomotive without a firebox in the cab. A very imaginative way to test something like that, I think. I can't remember if it was you or George that said it, but yeah, it's definitely a working theory. Although they've still got to sort out that horrible motion blur on the wheels I feel before they give us steam. Oh yeah, it killed your PlayStation, that's right, aye. Sorry, that's not funny, I don't know why I laughed there, that's how rude of me. Only game that's ever done that to me. I said it hadn't happened to me, and then my son reminded me later on it had happened to me once. Monster Hunter World did it to me once.
Siva.
Crawling in because it doesn't give me a very big window to stop in up here.
Siva, zoekbeeinflussung.
Ah, piss off, I was still 2 meters short of it. Yeah. I'm not liking these tiny little stopping windows they give me, although I probably shouldn't have been looking at the chat window. That tends to help. No worries, Samson. There's a fair chance that if I try and do anything else, the thing will crash on me anyway, because I found that 2's about the limit it'll do stably. Will we give it a quick bash? Doing another one? We'll give it a quick bash. Try doing one more run. But no promises that the stream's going to stay stable. Anything for the quiet life, mate, though. I totally agree with that. Right. What's left to do? Setting out and stabling. I've not done any. I've not done any changing in this thing yet, so I don't really know how that all works. Early morning, so that'll be like really pitch black and dark, and probably no very good for the stream. So, what do? Don't know why you can't have the Dosto vans on this. You can have the locomotive, but you can't have the Dosto. Tries annoying. And it's annoying when you're driving that thing from Hagen to Wuppertal because they've not put any of the destinations on it. I'm hoping that's all stuff that they will fix at some point. Oh, I know what's a good one to do. Lots of traffic to see. Make it summertime so it's nice and comparatively light. And I think, was this the first one I did? I think this is the first one I did. If I remember rightly, there's quite a bit of traffic about on this one. And it's heading towards Hagen, so I can at least have the right stuff on the front of the train. But this time, instead of the S-Bahn line, we'll be on the main line. If it stays stable. Although weirdly, it doesn't crash when I'm offline. It only seems to crash on the third run when I have the stream running. So, fairly quick cab setup here. What do I all need to do? Put the thing forward. Not necessarily doing it all in the correct order either.
AFB, AFB, AFB.
set that to Hagen. We've got about a minute to wait, that's fine. Signal light, SIFA, P's a B. In fact, make sure the train line power is on, that's just for the power to the passenger cars. Make sure the passenger lights are on. And if we hop outside, yep, everything's come on, that's fine. Close the doors up, 5 seconds to go. And we can get moving. So far so good. So having passed a green signal, we can clear the PZB. So the overhead monorail thing next to us. So if you've got main Space Art ban, which is you have by default if you're a newcomer and you've got 2020, or if you bought the add-on for the original, then you can use this train on Ruhr-Rhein, which is kind of cool. As you could see from the list of available locos, basically all the German DLC is available to use yet. It's not an all-stop service either.
SIFA, 5 beeinflussen.
Actually not much point in ramping the speed up like that because we're going to be stopping fairly sharpish. Can actually brake much later than I did there and still make it comfortably. If you've memorised your PZB chart, you'll know you can stop in fairly short distance. You can actually stop from about 60 kilometres an hour and a little over 200 metres if you're sporting with the brakes. Okay, so we're actually about a minute early. Oh, there's some new clones. I've not seen this guy before. Or is he one of the guys that's been there forever? I think moving traffic is absolutely standard now as well. It's, it doesn't look that great if you're right next to it, but as an incidental effect going past as you drive past at high speed, it works really well. I'll just get the doors locked up, ready to go. Make sure that I return the throttle to 0, and I can see a yellow signal ahead, so we'll not bother. Why did the doors not lock properly there? Because I opened them, that's why. Turned the switch the wrong way. So we're heading off straight into a, excuse me, into a caution signal. So we're going straight into unrestricted monitoring. We've been overtaken by an S-Bahn. I could actually be going as quickly as about 60 kilometres an hour here, but there's not much point. I'm pretty sure I get stopped up here. That was a given. So I'm reducing the AFB to 25 kilometres per hour because we are now in restricted 500 hertz because we dropped to below 20 kilometres. In fact, we came to a stop under 500 more or less. But if you spend more than a few seconds below, I think it's 20 kilometres per hour, it automatically drops you into restricted monitoring anyway. We're now in unrestricted 1000 hertz, so we can pick it up to 45. Or rather, we're in restricted 1000 hertz, sorry, not unrestricted. We'll be able to do up to about 80, it's unrestricted.
C5.
So the next signal is that floor signal, the ground signal there, which is white, which is clear. So the actual signal is a bit further on. And we're stopping here anyway, so
C5.
There's that train that overtook us just on the right there. So no point in really hurrying this at all, because we're under reds anyway. Pull to unlock, push to lock them. And again, we'll be restricted to 25 kilometres per hour when we set off. Because we're within 150 metres of the thing, it's 25. Anyway, so I kind of lost my train of thought there. Never mind. Lock them, but we can't do anything until that signal clears for us. Just waiting for the S-Bahn service to clear the junctions ahead. So we get going. So I cannot release PZB because of the 500 Hz monitoring. As soon as we're past the green, chucks us into unrestricted, I can just release it. Oh, that's a circuit breaker. Right, let's get moving. So we're already running a little bit late because of the traffic. A little over a minute to do 4.5k. It's not going to happen. But, I think we can get most of it back en route. Okay, just acknowledging the Zifa button there. Wish they could come up with a way to make it context sensitive so it didn't shout Zugbein for something every time you press it. Simply for the sake of clarity more than anything else. I didn't run it for a long time because I thought it might be confusing while I was talking about PZD for the button to be getting pressed every 30 seconds or so when it wasn't necessarily for that. Pretty cool getting to run a train at maximum line speed along here. I quite like it. Just for that. Routes ignored, of course. Oh, the tracks have not kept up with us. So we're now in one of those fancy modern maglevs. No, we're not. Tracks are back. Some sort of anti-gravity train for a minute there. Never actually had that happen to me anywhere except on here. I think it might have happened on Great Western once in the old pre-patch days. But yeah, routes ignored. At no point do you get to go at these kind of speeds. Okay, sorry, just have to concentrate for a wee second there while I reacted to the signals. So yeah, Ruhr-Rhein never lets you run above 120. Main Spessart van, of course, has a couple of stretches of faster line. It's always cool just being able to open the taps up, so to speak. Set the door locks as we enter the station. so we don't have to worry about doing that. Wasting precious seconds when we stop. Okay, we've got a red up ahead, so this is quite a good this 0600 service. If you want to get PZB practicing, this is a good one to do it on. The door is locked up and I've got no particular sense of urgency with all this signalling going on. Should have recycled the drop beforehand. So I think the signals and stuff are timed just to make sure that you get to see some traffic going by, to be honest with you. Because that train going down the tunnel shouldn't affect the okay, what did I bizarre. Oh, of course. There's that paying attention thing again. So what happened there is because I stopped under a 500 hertz, I should have made sure I didn't exceed 25 kilometers an hour. And because I was paying bugger all attention to what I was doing, I exceeded 25 kilometers an hour. But not a biggie though. Very easy to recover. Because it's a green one, we'll just release ourselves and get going straight away. Too busy watching the traffic go by. So any petal ahead. For anyone who's here at the start, that's where we were going via when we had the pantograph failure on the 185, which I think just happens at some random point between Hagen and Ennepetal. I honestly don't know how you pronounce that, I'm sorry. But somewhere between Hagen and that station there is where you'll get the failure. So that's the last. I think that's actually the only other stop we make. From there I think it's a fairly straight run into Hagen. We might stop at one of the Hagen outlier stations. Okay, so we'll bring it down to, we'll bring it down a bit more than that, because that was a caution, so probably a red. You can enter the 500 hertz magnet at zone at 60 kilometers an hour and still stop, but those should be treated with limits and not targets really, I think. is quite a short platform for the train. It might be, so I want to preset my AFB to 20 before we stop. I don't care what the stopping distance says at the top left, I'm going to roll it right up to the end regardless, just to make sure that we're completely on. I think the stopping point is more or less the very end of the platform. It's okay if the front of the locomotive rolls slightly ahead. Probably be quicker just using the menu there for that, but not to worry. So there was a bit more room there than I thought there might have been. But if in doubt, just roll forward a little. Signal seems to turn green as soon as you lock the doors. I wonder if they're just set up to make it more interesting for those of us who like to turn all the toys on in the cab. It seems to be unfailingly as soon as the doors are locked. Now, I'm going to release it because it didn't go into unrestricted mode, but I think it should have at that point. Just clearing the Zifa light there, and we'll see what happens when we hit 45. It should be okay. Yep, we've not discovered another bug. I've just discovered a... Could just be me getting it wrong. It happens occasionally, more than occasionally. So next stop Hagen, 10 kilometres to run. High speed line most of the way, I think. I think I might be going a little bit too quick to race the camera way up the line ahead actually at this point. We'll try it. Oh, see, the camera doesn't go much quicker than the train does here. Oh, the railway line's disappeared again. Okay, so there is obviously quite a lot of scenery here. And you did say they were trying out some new things, how they generate it so they can put more in. Clearly it's not rendering everything in as far as ahead as it does on some other routes. And probably the speed I'm doing has got something to do with that as well. something I've started doing. I've been playing a lot of Transpennine off stream again, and playing around with running the camera ahead for run-bys and things like that, and I have not seen that happen yet. Oh, we're just bringing that speed in, so the throttle off because I've had the brakes on, and then once the brakes are released, put power back in. Coming up fairly swiftly on a 100 km/h speed limit. There might be a PZB magnet active ahead of that. Eyes peeled. Right, no PZB magnet active, but it was on the signal mast there. The brakes are off, we can put the power back in and give ourselves that 5 km/h cushion that like that. And there's definitely some yellow in the signal up ahead, so further reduction. You catch it early enough actually. AFP can manage that. There we go, we're already down to below 85. We've got 70 coming up. I don't think there was a magnet for that one. If there was, it was probably next to the signal we just acknowledged anyway, which I'm slowing down to 60 on account of, and I'm going to bring it down a bit further. I've not done this often enough to be 100% confident with the signal arrangements up ahead. I'm buying myself a few extra seconds to think about what's happening here. And there's a 500 Hz magnet active for some reason. Get down below. I'm not sure why that's active. You need to get to below 45 km/h pretty sharpish if that comes on. Ah, right, yes, again it's this 30 km/h limit, which I'm going to be honest, I didn't see a signpost for, and I was kind of looking for one. Not to worry, we survived that, so that's just something to bear in mind in the future when I'm doing this. If there was an unexpected 500 Hz, now I say it's unexpected, that doesn't mean it's not supposed to do that, it just means I wasn't expecting it, and I don't claim to know everything there is to know about PZB, and I routinely catch myself by surprise with the bloody thing. So a couple of minutes late, all those signals, not much we can do about it. It's fairly typical of early sort of morning rush hour. Won't quite have started yet, but you know the traffic's starting to build up on the lines. Not a real commuting myself these days, but I have been in the past. Familiar enough with how many things can go wrong, even at the so-called quiet times. Would be really cool though if they could link the two routes up so that we could just carry on all the way to Finnentrop. That'd be awesome. In fact, I think it's all the Dostal vans that go to Finnentrop from here, if I remember. Is it? I think the locomotives come from Finnentrop in the Dostals, unless you're going to Iserlohn. Only drive the rest of it. Okay. So there you go. It's a little over 27 kilometres that down that route. It's roughly the same if you come down the S-Bahn, but for about half the route they're effectively 2 lines. So you're looking at what, about 40-ish kilometres, 40 something k. So yeah, about the same length as main Spessart, I think. Ooh, 61 centimetres at one station. Again, though, the scoring system still seems to be a bit arbitrary to me, but never mind. It's well, look at that sort of wavy section at the right hand side there, where I was doing full speed, but the green line's kind of bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. I wonder why it was doing that. That's maybe where you're on the hill and it's kind of just bouncing up and down over a couple of kilometres an hour. Ah well. So yeah, that was a couple of scenarios and a wee bonus run in the passenger train there for you guys. So I've been at this for at least an hour long, well, about an hour longer than I expected to be or planned to be. So I think that's probably a good time to call it. So as always, it's been fun. It's always good to have you guys along. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well, and we'll see you again soon. Good night.